It is Jesse Westbrook
and Paul RP coming at you live from 816 News
Radio. It has been way too long, y'all. Way too long. And we're here to have discussions about some misconstrued ordeals that are happening in the world right now. And I'm going to start it off by saying this. Chiefs, well, not the Chiefs franchise, but people in place to make decisions have done a lot of wrong with getting rid of Brandon Flowers. Released.
No, I agree with that 100%, but that's not what we're here to talk about today is the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to go on a national level and talk some important things that's going on in life right now, like my cat jumping on your lap.
It is, by the way, the prettiest calico I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep, Coupland.
We all love Coupland.
Yeah, she's a cutie. But anyways, Jesse, let's get into some real things that's really, bugging me, and I'm sure it's bugging a lot of other people out there that are listening, or if they are listening. What's this going on? Like, we're literally about to go right back into Iraq.
Why not? I mean, why not? We've already bombed the shit out of them. We've already destroyed, like right around like 40% of their, population and fucking, landmarks. I mean, why not go back in and get the other 60%?
Well,
why not?
I mean, allegedly, what they're saying is there's a new terror group, that's affiliated with the Taliban that's coming from Syria or whatever or something like that. To where now they have taken over a lab that has chemical warfare, basically.
What a lot of people don't understand, and I'm not going to joke around anymore. I understand that I had some joking around, but we created terrorists. Don't ever think that America was the focal point of this horrible world ratio of, man, we're just this horrible, we're the shining light of the world. America was never the fucking shining light of the world. And terrorists were created based upon the fact that we needed war to fucking fuel the big fucking companies that needed fucking oil to fucking, make sure that they made their stock rise within that quarter.
Right, or warfare,
Warfare creates money. Would you disagree?
Well, I'm saying like private organizations that, basically that are like oil companies that fuel and need money, so they need war so they can have ammunition and new weaponry and new technology.
Very true. Very fucking true. If you were to talk to the entirety of the population of Iraq, are they fueling this war? Are there terrorist groups that are horrible fucking people out there? Yes. Same way in America. Guess what? We have the Crips and the Bloods that run around and fucking, you could have your headlights off and fucking, and flash your headlights saying, hey, you need to turn your headlights on for a safety reason. You could be a mother and two kids in the back seat, and then the motherfuckers fucking flip around and fucking shoot the shit out of you and your fucking two kids.
Oh.
Guess what? Terrorists exist everywhere. We only apply it to the idea that they live in the fucking Middle East. They exist everywhere.
They do.
And our fucking... And I'm going to try to tone down the F word to make this a little bit more matured segment that we've had. That we have created terrorists in the sense that we have come into a country based upon false reasonings to obtain riches that we don't even need to sustain ourselves as a country. And of course people are going to hate us for it. And I mean, why is there? Can you give me a reason for all these countries that are talking extreme amounts of bad upon America? Can you give them a reason not to?
Well, I mean, I think it's more than that. You have to look into the major news groups. You have CNN, Fox, whatever, blah blah blah, MSNBC, and I think that's what fuels all of this is because so many people rely on these news stations and networks for their everyday news. And just at work today, and I work at a family restaurant, and we have CNN on, and next thing you know, like I said, we're about to go back into war. Not back into war, but they're saying that we could put 300 troops in there and like try and fix what's going on. And they're showing videos of people getting bombed on live television. Like, is that really necessary? No, they're trying to feed it into your mind so that they want you to think that there's a reason that they need to go in there. No, they need to go in there so they can get more oil. They need to go in there so they can get more in depth into their culture, more in depth into what they have and what they've had in the past.
Has war ever been necessary? Or has it been a one guy who is in complete power? One man who owns so much land. Like, you're the king of England, right? You're the king of England.
The Rothschilds.
I don't want to bring the Rothschilds into it just yet, but I can apply it to that. But let's just say you're the king of England.
Okay.
And you have this outside group that says, hey, I just want this little bit of land. You know, I need to expand this way for my people to survive a little bit better. You sacrifice this many amount of people to it. I mean, okay, the whole point of idea, or the whole idea of war for land or for resources is bullshit. Because I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, you could take the entire human population and fit them shoulder to shoulder within the LA area of California.
No, and Vsauce actually did a video to where they actually, like, this, if you put everyone in the earth, they would literally not fill up a small portion of the Grand Canyon.
So the idea of, I'm not even going to get into overpopulation.
Right, there is.
But I mean, the aspect that resources cannot fuel that many people is fucking bullshit. We have all the resources in the world to make everybody have a sustainable life. Very, very easily. Very easily. The idea that war comes along is from the fact that people who are in such great excess need to stay in such great excess that they are willing to influence political fucking views to allow common people to die so that they can fucking keep this fake-ass fucking number that they see on a screen every day whenever they wake up to make them fucking feel like godlike. They need to have they think they're God through a number, through the monetary system. It fuels fucking everything. If you can have all the gold in the world, now you're God. Right. But yet you don't create anything. You've never created anything. You've never been positive. You can't even, you know, this society, this whole, and when I mean society, I picture society as this whole world society. We are one singular moving fucking society. I mean, as Americans, I mean, we hate to hear it, but I mean, we're connected to fucking China. And, you know, little kids making our fucking Nike sneakers that we fucking wear, and we feel fucking bad about it, but we like to stay stylish, that we pay fucking $70 for, and the kids only get paid like 40 cents an hour.
That's never going to go away, though.
Yes, it will.
No.
Yes, it will.
No.
At one point in time, it will.
It never will.
Yes, it will.
Until machines take over, it won't. Because
when there's nothing left for the poor to eat, they will eat the rich. They will eat the rich.
I can't wait for that day.
They will eat the rich.
Right.
They can only sustain their lifestyle so long. And I mean, I don't live in luxury by all means, but dear Lord, I live better than fucking 90% of the fucking world. Me and you both live 90% better than the entire world. Allows us to sit here and
have this podcast.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We have a computer sitting in front of our face. I have a beer sitting in front of my face. I have alcohol sitting. I have, you know, a beautiful fucking girlfriend, you know, who has no fear of going home tonight and driving on those roads. People do not have that luxury in 90% of the fucking world. Well, probably less than that. But what I'm saying is, at some point in time, the people who have an abundance of everything and can spend every amount that they have in their wallet and still have something left over after they bought the entire world, realize that it is not that is so key and what is so important.
So why is it still important to them to try and make that a triumph for them and themselves? Why are they continuing to press and press and press to achieve that goal? Not necessarily a new world order, because I've been hearing about this for so long that that's what they're going for. I mean, maybe they're taking baby steps to that, but I haven't really seen it. But what are they fighting for? What more do they want? How much more money could they have in their pockets? They're living lavishly. Is it really them, or is it just us in our minds thinking that these people are like that? Or are we just sitting here just like trying to make up reasons why we're not doing something?
Do you know why I think a new world order will never work? And why? Because if I were to just talk about this really quick, because everybody's conspiracy theory is the new world order is coming.
Right.
There's a new world order. Somebody is going to overtake everything and be on a singular throne and put everybody in shackles.
Right.
My debate against this is there are so many people power hungry that they will never allow someone to be above them. at any point in time. Could you imagine Barack Obama giving up power of the United States to somebody else?
No, it doesn't.
Is it possible that he wants to be in power over the entire world and have a new world order? So a new world order is a linked. Okay, so basically and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but my idea of the new world order is a very focused, every country, every human being is now under the same authority.
Right.
And the same authority, like if you have any other nation, how it works, you have the queen, you have a monarchy, you have, whatever's in power, you have somebody on the top of the fucking pyramid. If you could unite the world and have one person on the top of that fucking pyramid, we are too humanistic not to allow that. There would be uprisings. It will never work.
See,
no one will ever allow one person to be under control of the entire world.
All right,
ever.
And here's where I think you're wrong, and this is just me, is the fact that within a New World Order, I don't necessarily see it as being one person. You have to think of how humans have progressed and how we have gotten so far, and with technology and who we are as a society. Yes, we do let a lot of sovereignty nations go poor without water, blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah, but all that kind of stuff. But you have to think of these rich and powerful men that have been doing this for such a long time, family to family, generation to generation. They're coming together, and they're eventually going to come together as one and create a group, and basically the group will be the New World Order, and they will control the world. Does it necessarily come down to one man? No, it doesn't have to come down to one person. It comes down to a group. You put 4 or 5 or 6 of the 7 richest people in the world, and they agree upon something and say, hey, it's a New World Order, but you get control of this territory, you get control of that territory, you get that, I get this, and we're going to control it together. It's a huge ass world that we live in. It doesn't have to be one person.
One of them is more greedy.
You can say that all you want.
One of them will be more greedy. One of them will be more greedy than the other 7.
But they'll still have their New World Order, is what I'm saying. And is it really such a bad idea to have a New World Order? This is one Earth. We all live on one Earth. Why can't I travel wherever I want without a passport? With the New World Order, I can do that.
That's not New World Order, man.
I'm just saying.
New World Order is militaristic. It is military driven. Okay. It is power and fucking fear driven.
That will never work.
Is that not what I was fucking saying in kind of the first place?
I'm saying military-wise, it would work
no one
like that.
person. No one person. Let's say I am in a huge fucking portion of the world's assets, right? Mm-hmm. I oversee a huge portion of the world's assets.
Right.
You put me in front of a council who holds equal portions. Let's say there's 7 of us. So I hold that particular portion of a world asset that each of these other 6 men hold. So now we get in a council once a year and decide how the world is going to work. At some point, if somebody ever says, hey, I want to come into power, and you all just kind of fall behind a little bit, and I'm going to make all the rule, I'm going to say, fuck you, I deserve that power. They all have that God complex.
So what I'm telling you is, Jesse, you've never met any of these guys, nor have I. They are smarter than that.
They're power-driven.
Okay, they are power-driven, but they are also smart at the same time. So,
will one of them ever be slaves? Would you ever own 1/7 of the world's power and become a slave?
No.
You own 1/7 of the world's resources, power, military, whatever you want to say, become a slave.
Yeah. It doesn't. What I'm saying is they're smarter than what you're giving them. They have a plan, and if they want,
we're smarter than what they fucking give us.
I agree with that as well, 100%. But at the same time, we've never met any of these people.
Oh, they live in the shadows because they're fucking. They're assholes, so, man.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating because I watched plenty of YouTube videos.
The Bush family alone killed.
Oh yeah.
Fucking 9/11. I mean.
It's just I hate that it's all speculation. There's no fact behind it because
there is so many facts behind it.
Well, there are facts, but it's hard to put it down in paper and show a billion people that, hey, this is what the fuck is going wrong with the fucking world today.
The entire world knows what's going on with the world today. It's the fact that we, as a people, are so comfortable with our lifestyle, we don't want to speak up against it.
Yep, in my last podcast, I said they're stuck into their phones, and hey, we're going to get right back at you. We're going to do another podcast. Catch us on the part 2.
Thank you.